I've been following the farmer thing happening, the strikes happening across the EU. I find it very sad.
Not as sad as watching this video.
My nigga, you just got roasted!
What's up, guys? Destructor here, and today, we're back again with UndertakerFreak1127. Now, I already covered this guy before last time on my whole, UTF, Doomer fiasco. Go watch that video. Yeah, one of those comments, someone recommended me to actually, respond to this shitty video that we're about to watch. Some thoughts about the farmer protests in Europe. And good God, is this video so dumb. It is one of the dumbest fucking videos I've ever seen in YouTube history. Like, no cap. We're gonna get into this now.
But one way or the other, you're going to have to adapt. Whether that means today lowering your emissions and being a little bit more environmentally friendly, or in 50 years having no arable land whatsoever to grow on.
We gotta adapt. They gotta adapt. It's all about the climate change. Science. Oh yeah. Could you see I'm so smart? Like all these emissions using fuel gas stuff bad. But in all seriousness, good lord, this idea of farmers having to adapt is ridiculous because number one, let's say they adapt to your little ideas, okay, to make it more environmentally friendly. Yeah, that's the farm is not gonna do jack shit, okay? You can say oh, the fire is having all this and that. Okay, that's just Mother Nature. That's just the Earth warming up itself because that's just natural basic shit. It's not because of us. Not this fucking bullshit fucking fake news climate change garbage that you make up. And the only people that believe in this shit are fucking brainwashed college university retards because they're stupid because they like to be lectured by Marxist garbage. But still, number two, and even if they did everything that they wanted you to do per se, the farms are not going to produce. We're going to have more problems with more famine, more fucking problems with food and everything in between, okay? Farming, look, it's not the most glamorous, perfect job. It's a tough-ass job, okay? You have to use a lot of big heavy vehicles just to grow crops and stuff, just to plant them in. And you gotta make sure you gotta take care of the animals and do all kinds of stuff. It's tough labor, and labor is gonna require, well, fuel, okay? Let's just be fucking honest here. But what do you really expect much from Johnny Boy here?
Science, science not only knows the harmful effects of all those pesticides that you and the right wing are so adamant to defend, but they also know what's happening with climate change. It's already happening, and you're going to have to adapt one way or the other. There's no way around it. But it's this stubbornness and it's this backing from the right wing. Well, of course, the right wing has always been in favor of agriculture. But another thing you might want to be wary of is that these right wingers, while they care about you now, they're not going to give a fuck about you later, especially once they get more and more power in the EU, which they will. They absolutely will. I'm predicting it right now. They're going to sweep. And if they don't take a whole lot of power in the next 5 to 10 years, more than they already have, I will set up a booth in Helsinki City Square, and you can come by one and kick me in the nuts repeatedly. Repeatedly. That's how sure I am of this. These people, they care about you now because they got elections coming up. They are not going to give a single flying fuck about you, especially when they're nationalizing agriculture. They will drop you like a bad fucking habit, and you're just going to be so unaware of it, won't you? You're going to be sitting there like, oh my God.
I would love to kick you in the nads and do more damage to you, but unfortunately, I can't do that sadly because you live in Finland and you're basically a pussy. But I'm not really surprised though. But, I find it funny, John, okay, when you come to talk about yourself, about the whole, we got to adapt, okay, science and climate change, it's already showing. What proof? Do you show any proof? You don't have any proof in the description or anything like that? No. You just say, oh, I read an article or something. It's like, Can you show us proof? And show us proof from a non-biased source, okay? Don't give me your left-wing news, like, biased bullshit, okay? That's not real news, because in your tiny wannabe intellectual head, it might be because you're a stupid brainwashed moron, but, I just realized something. You're basically the YouTube equivalent of Brian Griffin from Family Guy. And I'm talking modern Family Guy, not when Family Guy was good, by the way. You're basically that douchey character. You're self-absorbed. You think your shit don't stink. You think you're really smart and really deep, but you basically have like the amount of like intelligence is like your average human being. You have to just cope because you have nothing else going on for your life, basically. And why don't you actually do something about these farmers? You have such a big problem with them. Oh wait, you're not gonna do that because you are a bitch. Go fucking figure. And I find it ironic that, fucking, it's political. It's like, oh, it's the right bad, left wing good. It's like, motherfucker, it's not like liberals are very anti, like, agriculture anyway. They're just not, like, they're not as pro, rural area. They're more city people, okay? Like right wingers are basically, the farmers, the rednecks and stuff. So of course these people are gonna vote for them because the right wingers actually deliver on what they want. It's not that fucking hard, my guy. I don't know how you can understand like this concept. You literally can't seem to understand any concept apart from like college, university wannabe intellectuals who are into like Marxism basically. But what else is new with this fucking retard?
It is capitalism that has made agriculture such a shit show in the first place. Monsanto, anybody? You know? It's capitalism that continues to push the policies that makes farming harder and harder. So, while it may be advantageous for you in the short term to go out there and fight for your livelihood, all I see is somebody who just doesn't fucking get it. I just see somebody who is being lied to.
Oh my god. What a dumbass this guy is. Holy shit. Welcome to Politics 101 there, UTF, where basically no matter who's in office, nobody cares about you. Oh my god, you finally figured it out. It's not gonna like change all of a sudden if you had everything your way, my guy. But I could argue with the points, but I'm just gonna let George Carlin kind of sum this shit up best.
And I think people show their ignorance when they say they want politicians to be honest. What are these people talking about? If honesty was suddenly introduced into politics, it would throw everything off. The whole system would collapse.
There is historical precedent for this, for right-wingers to get behind a certain sector of society just to dump them once they get elected. They do it all the fucking time. But at least with immigrants, they don't even pretend to care about them. They just dump them immediately.
Proof? Do you have any evidence, dumbass? No way, of course you don't, because you just want to bitch about capitalism, because capitalism and right-wingers, your two favorite things. I secretly think you're fucking gay for them. Which, hey, if that's what you are, go ahead and be out of the closet. We will accept you as a fucking, like, gay capitalist right-wing lover, okay? We all know it, okay? You're secretly doing this on the inside. It's all a big charade. But, jokes aside, yeah, how is capitalism, like, the problem, John? Like, how is it that is the big problem why we're in this situation where we are with the farmers and stuff? Please provide evidence, as I repeated myself before, from non-biased sources. No left-wing shit. I'm not accepting anything else, okay? But I don't expect much from, like, a dumbass like you, because you just want to bitch about capitalism, because that's all you can really fucking think of, because you don't really understand politics in general, John.
That's the focal point. Like, that's where everybody ideally would agree, right? When farmers and the EU, when they get into these tussles, ideally they would start from the same focal point, which is climate change is actually happening. The planet is getting warmer. Storms are getting more intense. Droughts are becoming more intense. Sea levels are rising. These things are happening before our very eyes. Because you choose to close your eyes to them does not mean that they do not exist. These things are real and they're happening. And that is exactly where we should start.
For a lot of complaining, do you have any real solutions to solve this? Or do you just want to, like, completely whine and bitch him about right-wingers and, like, capitalism and just like dick suck climate change and shit. Do you have any real solutions, my guy? And I'm not talking about like pro environmental friendly shit. That's not a real solution because that doesn't fucking work. Anytime you try to go green, it always fucking backfires. And I also love how you just threw in like, oh, they just don't care about immigrants. Yeah, not like the left wing is doing any much better at immigrants these days. Oh, heavens, no. It's not like they have a great quality of life or something. Just look at your former country in America, like Joe Biden accepting all these like migrants in, and they're having a shit life, and some of them rather be back to Mexico or even Canada with Justin Trudeau. Some of these people, they'd rather like go back to their own countries instead of living in Canada. They know what this shit was going on to. But what do you really expect much from UTF, ladies and gentlemen?
Huh, now that I think about it, you're already making less money because of right-wing capitalist dickheads. You're already not making the money that you could be making. You're already not being paid what you're worth. Like, what has happened? What the Oh my god. You guys are being so duped, and I feel so bad for you. Out there on your tractors, burning tires and screaming about your livelihood, you're just being so duped. You're already like it's not the EU that's stripping your livelihood away. It's capitalism. It's capitalism that's making your crops less profitable. You know, it's man-made inflation that's biting you in the ass. It's conglomerates like Monsanto biting you in the ass, and the left wing are the ones that are trying to fight these pricks, and you're just ignoring them because we're just a bunch of highfalutin city slickers with degrees, and we're no fucking smarter than you. We're reading different material than you are. The truth. And you choose to ignore the truth, and we're all going to have to pay for it. All because of your livelihood. The point where everybody should sit down and focus on and agree is that this stuff is real. It is as bad as they say it is. And by they, I mean the scientists and the people who do the facts. You know, they do the things with the facts and the true things, you know. And then we start to adapt from that point. Everybody, every single one of us, we adapt. Every sector of society, every industry, everything, we adapt.
I wasn't kidding when I was doing the whole right wing bad, left wing good. He literally just admitted he's literally a fucking NPC, dirt, because we're the city slickers. We're always the smart ones, dirt. Like, no, you fucking ain't. You know what I find hilarious about these like climate change science fuckers and shit? You ever realize that these guys could actually make a mistake with their calculations and stuff? You ever thought about that? I guess they haven't really thought about that because whatever they're taught is good or something. Like, we're human. We make mistakes. Even scientists, like, yeah, they may be smart, but they'll make mistakes and shit, and they'll fucking like perceive their mistakes as facts because, oh, we're scientists. We can't make mistakes. We're fucking like whatever. And you know, John, I find it hilarious that your little idea is like, oh, let's retrofit this shit and whatever. It's like, is that really gonna work? The answer is no.
Everyone's just being lied to. We're all just being lied to, and everyone's telling a different lie.
Yeah, basically like a whole shitty video. But yeah, anyway, closing thoughts. Yeah, when it comes to UTF, yeah, this video was fucking dog shit. Like, holy shit. When I watched this video, I had to respond to it, and I'm glad I did, because holy shit, the amount of time this guy goes on about like how capitalism is the problem, like how the fuck is capitalism the reason why these farmers are in the predicament they are, especially with the EU and shit? Are you like insane or something, John? Like mentally insane? Yeah, the answer is yes. Yes, you fucking are, obviously, because you don't fucking do jack shit. And it's ironic with knowing your fucking channel there, you're the ones that are getting any potential success on the sites because of capitalism. How fucking ironic. But honestly, I don't really expect much from like one of the dumbest fucking left-wing people on this platform, so who knows. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this little video. Take care, and of course, fuck UTF.